Hey, good morning, guys. It's Goose here, and welcome to STN Stock Talk with Ricky and myself. Happy Friday to you all. Looking forward to a great day. Got a lot going on as always during the earnings. Amazon, insane, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Unreal. So hopefully you guys have checked us out over at stocktraders.net. We have a free trading floor over there. Come join us. Make sure you're telling your friends about us. You know, if you like the broadcast that we're doing, make sure you like it. Make sure you tell your friends to come check us out at Stock Talk. We're putting a lot of effort into giving to the community and giving free stuff to you guys here. So make sure you're telling your friends about us. That's what we're looking to do is expand our watch list here. So anyway, guys, with that all being said, make sure you guys, look at the disclaimer and know that everything that we're showing you guys is just our ideas and thoughts. There's a lot out there, so make sure you guys are making your own decisions and trading your own plans and trading your own, risk tolerances and stuff like that. So with that being said, I know Ricky's got a few really nice ones. I'll be back with you in a couple minutes, but Ricky, why don't you take it over and show us what you got?
Thanks a lot, Goose. And as he was saying, earnings is upon us, so it's only right that we started out with some earnings winners. And he said, Amazon busted through with some great earnings, and I think the market might be strong today. And I'm looking for some of these other earnings winners that have some follow through as well. So first thing I'm looking at is BIDU, BIDU. They had a great win. They also had great guidance, and I love the chart. Just point out real quick on the daily here, guys. All the big companies, you're going to see the same type chart on them. They all kind of lost the 200-day at one point. What was that, 3 months ago, when the whole market looked like it was going to have a big crack. But everything's really kind of reclaimed a lot, and I really like the way that this pushed back up into the 50. Looked like it was rejecting, but it's still put in that higher low, and it's right up against that. The 240 level was the spot. And with the good earnings, we pushed right through it the other day, last night. And I'm looking for the 250 psych level to hold, and I want a good, strong opening setup for it. And I think we have at least room to 260. That's the first target. Then the very next target is going to be the 270 top. And then from there, trim and trail to your own specs. But I also like the weekly on this one, guys. Everything, just the same type thing, but except with the 50 moving. And you get this little bit of a higher low here, a nice little shelf. I really think this thing's got some legs in it today. We'll have to wait and see, though. And I want to let everybody know, we're not fortune tellers here. We don't know what's going to happen. These are all if-then statements. They must set up for us, guys. So don't just take this at face value. If you don't understand the strategies that we're using to get our entries on these, you need to come over to stocktraders.net and check us out, where we can kind of help explain that to you. The next thing I'm looking at, guys, is GNPX. And I know everybody saw this one yesterday. It's a recent IPO. They're in the cancer sector, oncology. So it is the bio sector that has the least likelihood of finding a successful drug. And trust me, nobody's rooting stronger for a cancer cure than me. I recently had a really close trader friend pass because of cancer. And, F cancer, screw it. But we're playing price action. We're in this business to make money and to capitalize on these moves. Had a move from 6 almost went to 20 yesterday. I don't think they need cash that bad. They did an offering pretty recently. Should give them enough cash for the year if they don't increase their burn rate. But I really think they are going to have to increase that burn rate in order to start pushing through some trials. The float is low. What I'm showing for it is about 3.5 million. That's based off the numbers in the 10K. So it does, and obviously I don't think this needs to be said, it has the ability to move. Now, it is gapping up slightly. I'm going to use levels from yesterday to watch, but if this thing wants to break yesterday's highs, I'd love to see a shove into 20, maybe even 25. You just have to have your strategy to watch for the turn, because we're not getting on the front side of this. But I am short biased. I got some freebie shares through Wedbush, so that's definitely on my watch list, guys. The last thing I'm looking at is ELLI, ELLI, and they're an earnings winner, kinda. And I say that because technically they beat, and supposedly the estimate was 9 cents per share, and they posted 34 cents. But I don't know how the estimates were that far off. They did same quarter last year, 25 cents a share. Their net income is pretty is down pretty big from the same Q last year, but their revs were slightly higher. I haven't actually dug into the financials to see where these discrepancies are, and I may hear right after we get done with this stock talk, and if I find anything, I'll divulge that to the room. But their guidance wasn't that great, and I really think we have some strong technical levels to be playing off anyway. So what I'm looking for is a shove into 100. You can see it already acted as the roof once, and I just really think that if the guidance wasn't that great and the earnings are kind of wishy-washy, I don't think it's going to have the strength to get through 100. And you can see it sold off initially on the earnings. So this push-up's actually a little surprising. It's going to have to be one of those things we wait and see what the volume and the price action does after the open, though. It wouldn't surprise me if this actually never even shoves, but we'll be waiting to see. And if it does, I'll be waiting to hit it. That's it for me. I'm going to throw it back to Goose. I know he's got a few good ones for you guys. So take it away, man.
Thanks, man. Great job as always. And let's crush it on this Friday, as you would always say. Going to go into a couple. I want to actually get a little freebie to throw at you guys that I was looking at also. But I'm going to just jump right into Intel for a sec. I really like the possibilities on Intel. It kind of broke through this area on the daily, but I'm going to switch over to the intraday and the pre-market action. I already do some fibs, and what I want to show you based on the pre-market is this pocket right here, this 54.80 to 55, which to me is right. Let's call it 55. What I'm hoping for, and we keep getting them, guys, so don't ever think because we're up a buck or $1.50 that we're not going to get our entry. We got it yesterday on the pullback. Alexion came down from, 114 or whatever it was, down to 110. It was exactly where we were looking for. So don't think it can't happen. What I'm looking for is Intel to pull back into this 55 area right here, as you can see. I'm really looking for a long on this and a push back up onto these pre-market highs, anywhere from 57.50 or 57 to 58. And I think we're going to get that. So I'm hoping for a little imbalance or some sort of wash at the open, maybe a little pressure. And I want to touch on that in a second. And the reason also is on this that I think we might get a little bit of a sell-off is if you look at these daily candles, most of them are like $3. So a lot of people be like, well, usually you fade those. So yeah, it's something, but it's breaking through some areas that I like. And with Amazon screaming today and a couple other things, which I'll touch on, I think there's going to be a little bit of opportunity on this for a little bit extended range today. So that's what I'm hoping and why I would be looking for maybe a $4.5 move on the stock today. So have that in mind. But 55 area is really an area I like on Intel. So I'm going to switch over to SYMC. And this one I'm looking at SYMC. You guys that know me, I'm looking at these the 50s, the 200 days. This happens to be the 200 day. So it came off the 200 day yesterday. If I pull this back, you could kind of see this resistance area also before. And I would love to trade it off this prior high. Again, I'm not going to fight it, but I think this definitely is a nice setup for if it wants to push up into 29. You could use the 200 day prior days highs for a nice fade back into this 28. I actually love this trade. It was brought to us by one of the members in the room that flashed it up. So great job in our community as always. Keep those ideas flowing. But this is a really nice trade if it sets up. I'm not looking for it probably in this low or mid 28s. I'm hoping for with the market, maybe it does a little extra shove into the higher 28s or that 29 area. And then I'll just look to put it on and get at least a starter position on in that area. A couple other quick things I just want to touch on. One of the things I just want to show you, Wells Fargo, by the way, it's been holding up pretty decent. And I just want to pull this up for 1 second. I know I didn't have it on, but I was looking at if this wants to break through this 52 area, they're having some more probes and stuff like that going on. And, I was just looking at this name that if it wants to crack through 52, I might look for a fade on this. Obviously, it's also the 20-day, and there's a little bit of negativity going on with some new probes. And you never know what kind of news comes out today to help push it down. So Wells Fargo is going to be on my list to see if, fading it through maybe 52 for a quick buck down towards 51. So that's just a little bit of a freebie that I'm throwing in. And I just want to touch on something else I touched on early morning as well. Listen, Amazon is ripping. It's ridiculous. It's going to be 3,000 by Christmas, it looks like. And I'm exaggerating, obviously. But listen, when you have a single stock or a couple stocks that are affecting the NASDAQ so much on a day like today, there's going to be a lot of sympathy plays that are moving up with it. And a lot of them get overextended. So cycle through some of those names, whether it's, the NVIDIAs, the Intels, whatever those names are, and look for those, those stuffs or into a daily technical level. You might get some very stress-free, nice trades with very minimal risk on highs or a nice daily level. But look for those overextended sympathy plays. Sometimes those are the easy ones and trying to jump on a Amazon or one of these other big flyers that are going on today. So just a quick note on that. I really think there's a lot of opportunity out there today. So make sure you don't marry into something, and make sure you stay a little bit nimble. If something's not working, take it off and move on. You could always revisit that idea if the trade sets up. So have a great weekend, guys. Look forward to seeing you guys all on Monday and finish up the month next week. So excited to see how that goes, but have a great weekend. Enjoy your family, and look forward to seeing you at 9:05 on Monday, guys. Thanks for all being here.
Thanks a lot, Goose. And yeah, great job on our members. They are crushing it in the chat, constantly learning and showing us ideas. And that's part of the reason of the community is, we have eyes everywhere now. And like Goose said, bringing something like SYMC to the light. And they're constantly improving, and they're constantly amazing. Me, Goose, Titus, everybody. And at this rate, me and Goose can retire, and we'll just be on the beach sipping Mai Tai soon, and they can just take over. That being said, guys, if you don't have a plan, you don't got to trade. Get over to stocktraders.net, get yourself a plan, protect that capital, stay safe out there. Let's go out and crush it. Peace.